In this take, I want to talk about the comments that LeBron had towards Ty Lue, the coach of the Los Angeles Clippers. But before we get into that, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell, just so you get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any content here. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, LeBron James has always given credit where credit is due. He's always acknowledged people, for their great features, statures, and everything they've lived up to as a player and how good they have been. And he's never really shied away from giving his opinion on players, coaches, anybody like that. He'll definitely give you his genuineness. And that's what I appreciate about LeBron James. In this situation here, him saying that about Ty Lue says a lot of good things, because what we saw in Ty Lue is a coach dating from back last year in the playoffs up until now is, he makes mistakes, he makes adjustments, he's not perfect, but he finds a way to help his team get better and help develop younger players and, help put everybody in position. I wouldn't say maybe help develop young players, but I'll say this, he helps put everybody in position to succeed, to make a run at the playoffs at the finals or whatever. He's always, he's creative with a lot of things he does. I don't agree with a lot of things he does, but he does have a lot of creativity and he will take chances. And when you have a coach like that who believes in his players and will take chances and try to, mix it up a little bit and don't be so basic with your play calling and everything like that, like Doc Rivers was for the Clippers, then that can definitely help you win a lot of games and possibly help you do a lot of good things in the postseason if you got the right talent around you. And for LeBron James to mention or to say that Ty Lue doesn't have any weaknesses as a coach, that says a lot, because when you think about it, Tyronn Lue is a strong-minded guy, but he's also a good guy. You could tell in his demeanor, in his interviews, and just how he is overall. But for the most part, you see a guy who definitely wants the best for his players and tries to push them in ways that some of them don't even believe that they can do. Because, what he did with Terrence Mann and Luke Kennard and how they've been playing these, up to last year to this year, who would think that they would have made an impact in the playoffs the way they did? Nobody did, but Tyronn Lue did. And that's the thing. He definitely believes in his players and he puts everything into them, and he definitely tries to build a family chemistry oriented way, and he tries to keep his players relaxed, and that's a good thing, and that's what's going to help you win. And to add on to that, you have a good team all around, especially when you're healthy with Kawhi Leonard and the rest of the crew, it definitely is going to bode well for their future. But, hearing that from a player like LeBron James, as I said, means a lot. It should mean a lot to Ty Lue, and Ty Lue should take it and, agree with the compliment that LeBron gives, but at the same time, definitely stay focused and remember LeBron's the enemy. Any psychological edge or anything like that, LeBron is good at those type of psychological games, especially if you listen to Skip Bayless, throughout the years, definitely Skip Bayless beats in your head that LeBron is good at psychological games. So, hey, it could be something behind that, Ty Lue. So definitely, keep your eyes open with that. But I definitely feel like the praise that LeBron James gave Ty Lue is well deserved. Ty Lue is definitely not one of the coaches that gets the respect I feel like he deserves, but he's definitely a good coach, and he definitely builds a good culture everywhere he's been. Everywhere he's been, the culture was good. And, even when he was an assistant coach to a head coach, he's always brought a good vibe to teams. And I feel like teams feed off of that very well because of him and because of the respect that Ty Lue has throughout the league. He was a player, won a championship, then won a championship as a coach. Not many players get to experience that. So, you got to give Ty Lue credit. He has it in him to be one of the best coaches in the league consistently year after year. But, sometimes his experimenting and some things he does can be questionable. I will say that. But at the same time, he does have a lot of spunk to him. He does have a lot of, guts and grit and pride. And that's the type of coach you want to have, the coach who got your back through thick and thin. And that's, something the Clippers have. And that's why I feel like the Clippers play so well for him, because he's got guys in there playing better than what we saw on other teams. From Luke Kennard, I didn't see this on Detroit Pistons. You You see what I'm saying? I didn't see this Reggie Jackson on Detroit Pistons back in the day or on OKC Thunder. See what I'm saying? He has them playing better than what they're actually expected, and that's actually a good thing. Even though you see them make mistakes sometimes, but nobody's perfect. The players are not perfect. Nobody is. But for the most part, hey, the Clippers are still right there, with all these good teams playing very well. They're still right there, 6th seed, and, they're hanging in there. But, I mean, hey, you got to give credit where credit is due. He can build a championship team because he's done it before, and he can definitely do it again. And that's the reason why I feel like LeBron James giving him this type of praise and giving him the gratitude of, like, he has no weaknesses as a coach. It just means, how good Ty Lue can be and how he is. But it also could be, LeBron trying to throw hints out there. He want a coach like that. And, maybe LeBron wants to be coached by him again. You never know. You never know what type of inside, what LeBron's thinking. But at the same time, giving him praise is definitely well-deserved. I definitely want to see more from the Clippers as they go. But as of right now, they're doing pretty good hanging in there. So we'll see how it goes from there. Hopefully Ty Lue takes the compliment good, or either take it with a grain of salt. It doesn't matter. But use it as motivation either way to help your team propel and go forward and possibly be looked at as the best team in LA or the best team in LA after this season ends and going into the playoffs. But hey, that's my take on the situation. You leave any comments in the comment section as always, and let me know what you think. And hey, Khaliis out.